So why is this relevant to you? Why does it matter? Why should we be looking at intermarket analysis? Because every day there is a big question mark on people's minds. And that question mark is, what will the market do in the future? Or what will it do? What should I do today? What will it do in the future? Now, imagine that question being asked 4 times over, because you've got stocks or indices, you've got currencies, you've got commodities, you've got bonds. So you're asking this question multiple times for multiple markets. So it can be a bit daunting. So for example, will stocks go up and bonds rise? Or will it be the other way, stocks go down and currencies go down? Or perhaps commodities will go up and currencies will go down, and commodities go down and then bonds follow as well. So there are a lot of combinations, and it can be a bit distracting unless you have a proper methodology to make some method out of the have a method for this madness. So obviously the result is people get very confused, and that creates a lot of doubts. So I think what we need is a roadmap that tells us where we are, not where the market will be going, but where we are now. And I think it's extremely important for people to realize that we don't need to do forecasting. What we need to do is identify what the market is doing now, and follow a set of rules. Now, technically, this is called nowcasting. So, how can we achieve this? Creating a roadmap and identifying where we are. That will be done in 2 steps. First is create a foundational framework, a conceptual framework, some theory, some fundamental theory of the reasons why markets move, and then try to make some rules around it, which would be conditional statements. If then, everything should be simple and systematic. So let's start. Before we start, the result of this is that you will become a rules-based discretionary trader. I don't know how many, because if you want to be trading, there are 3 types of trading if you want to look at it from an execution point of view. Either you're fully systematic, which means in that part you have to create a different skill set, and that skill set is probably quantitative skills. You're a discretionary trader, or you can be somewhere in the middle. You can be a rules-based discretionary trader, which means you have a very definite set of rules, and then you apply some discretion around it. I think for most people, and I would assume that for the large part of this audience, they're probably in the discretionary crowd. What I'm trying to do is provide enough inspiration, if you will, so you can start making the transition into being a rules-based discretionary trader. Now, that doesn't mean that you can also have other, for example, strategies on the cloud, and have both quantitative as well. But it's best if you move out of the fully discretionary seat of the pants, depending on which side of the bed you wake up. So in order to a rules-based way will bring you discipline, because once you've got a methodology right in front of you, it will be just a matter of following your own rules. It will give you some discipline, and discipline, as they say, is the bridge between your dreams and your goals. Basically, taking you from ambition to achievement. So. But this takes a mind shift. This is the first step. To go from the confusion of forecasting, what will the market do, to the clarity of nowcasting, what is the market is doing now. Because it's very, basically what the market will do is an unknown. We can approach it from a probabilistic point of view, say we've got a set of fundamental or technical conditions which give us, on a probability point of view, say X amount return for this amount of set of time. But even if you go down this route, you still don't know. The future, by and large, is unknown. But what we do know is what we will do now if a set of conditions is triggered. So, for example, if I say do not buy if a market is, very simple trend rule, below the 200-day moving average, and then trigger when XYZ indicator does this. So I'm not looking to predict what the market will do, but I'm trying to identify what the market will do, and when it does, then I will take action. So we go from forecasting to nowcasting, basically be rules-based.